Mark Hilliard is with us, Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, as we get it rolling here on this Monday morning conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Terrific, terrific. Good to have you with us here today. More and more, as this state opens up a little bit more, we're getting the chance to have events again, actual real-life person-to-person encounters. And I know that is a thrill for you, isn't it?
It's real exciting. We actually have our first in-person event in over 15 months. It's coming up later this month with our lunch mob, and that's coming up on the 27th of this month at Romeo's Pizza and Mediterranean Kitchen. So I throw that out there because it's been almost 15 months since we have had an in-person networking event, and it feels every bit 15 months since we've had it, but we're really excited, and as we start to see things coming, getting on the schedule now for the summer for us. We're really looking forward to that, and the lunch mob is just kind of it's a networking opportunity. So chance for people to come they offer some great specials for us, and people are able to go talk a little bit about what's going on with their business, hear what's going on with other businesses and the community, and it's kind of like an after hours during lunch for people. But
you have to sign up ahead of time.
Yeah, you do, because we're right before that the deadline where restrictions are going to be eased. See, yeah. So we are still going to be a little bit tight in terms of availability. So if you're interested in that, and I hope we've been promoting it, like come and see people you haven't seen in quite a while. So it's an opportunity to come and take part in that event. So contact our office if you want to get on there, because we do have limited space.
Now, after that, of course, with even more opening in terms of the ability to get together and for people to gather together, you've got a really big event coming.
We've got the Business Hall of Fame on June 17th. We sent invitations out last week, and I'll go through the list here, make sure I don't miss anybody because I'm going to do it off the top of my head. But we have Frank Garrell, we have R. Hasty Ray, Christine Toretti, Johnston A. John Glass, Fred Musser, and Patrick Stapleton. Those are our 6 inductees this year. So we have a really good class. They're all able to attend, or their families are able to attend. To induct them in. It's going to be held at the Country Club, and we're really excited because it's kind of like one of the first formal events since everything that's happened over the past 15 months. So now I will want to let everybody know, we just sent invitations out last week. Prior to sending those out, though, we had almost half the tickets already gone. Ooh. So with invitations going out, I anticipate this week we're going to get a lot of tickets or RSVPs coming back. So if people are interested, we may have a little wiggle room now, but we were pretty tight on how many people we could fit in there. So if they're interested, I would recommend to contact us soon, whether it's a table, whether it's just 1 or 2 seats. I'll say that the Country Club is going to do a great job. We're going to have some entertainment. We're going to make it a really fun event. It's still going to follow whatever guidelines are there, but since things are going to be eased a little bit, we're encouraging people, hey, it's going to be responsible, but come in and be able to take part in an actual formal event, for a change, a good date night out. And it's something that we're really looking forward to. Number one, because we had to postpone this, and we missed an induction class last year, so we kind of moved those same 6 individuals to this year. It's a great class. We're looking forward to it, but get your tickets soon. We still have some sponsorships available as well, but they are going to go fast.
All right. So the 6 who are going in now were the 6 that would have gone in last year.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. They were the ones we had scheduled to be inducted last year, and we just kind of held them over.
Never got the chance.
Yeah, we carried them over till this year rather than try to get anybody new. It didn't make any sense to just we wanted to honor them the right way, and to just put them in without the proper ceremony and having their family members there and having the chance to speak and be able to have the video tributes just wasn't right, especially considering these 6 individuals. So we're going to honor them the right way and have a proper induction for them on the 17th.
Now, who plays in the Hall of Fame game? I'm just kidding.
Well, who's playing this afternoon in the Heritage Conference?
Yeah, that'll be happening tonight. But, with those 2 events, and then you are able to now look ahead for the first time in a really long time. And instead of being in emergency mode, you can actually plan things and work on making those happen in the best possible way. And,
Yeah.
and I know that's a relief to you.
It is. We've been extremely busy in my office, and it's been a completely different kind of busy than it was this time last year. But it's a good thing. Like we're really happy to be able to do these kinds of things. We have our first after hours event coming up on June the 10th over at the Hilton Garden Inn, and it's with Government and Civil Employee Services, and they're doing a luau, and we're planning that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So as we start to look, we have a couple ribbon cuttings coming up. So we're getting back to doing the things that were kind of normal for us a couple of years ago. We don't want to lose sight. I think the one thing we gained over the past couple of years, or the past 15 months, we've been able to do a lot more for businesses in the community than just the events, and we've been known for kind of a lot of the events for a long period of time. We do a lot more than that. A lot of businesses recognize that, but hopefully now people continue to recognize that, and we don't want to lose that. We just we're rolling out a couple of brand new benefits for members, and we're going to start really working on a membership drive here for the fall. So we want to continue to do things so that our members do see benefits, but it's so nice to be able to have them take part in some in-person events, because we have heard from businesses that they've kind of missed some of those face-to-face social interactions. And, I don't want to say it's hurt business, but it's definitely impacted the way that they do business. And sometimes they need those networking opportunities face-to-face to be able to close deals or make connections. And that just hasn't been there. And it's not always capable to do on Zoom or online.
That's one of the ways that Chamber of Commerce can facilitate the business community and the events that you hold. Advocacy is another, and you've been working really, really hard on a number of different issues. Just because you're able to refocus on something that's a little bit more light doesn't mean that those issues go away, though, do they?
No. We still are working on workforce. It's amazing. It's changed. I don't want to say a little bit. It's changed a good bit. I mean, we've gotten to where we're still focused on. We just had a meeting about a week or so ago with some junior chamber members. We created a junior chamber group made up of some sophomores and juniors from each of the Indiana County school districts, and we've kind of brought them together for some think tanks that were online, and we're hoping to do it next year, and some of them in person, and where we ask them questions, and we're kind of able to pick their brains on variety of different topics. And, we learned a lot from them, but, we're still focused on things like essential skills, and we're closing the second year of the Indiana County Ready program. And those things are still important. But when you're driving past, a fast food restaurant and you're seeing that they're offering $1,000 bonuses to get hired there, it's pretty amazing the times that we're living in right now. And I don't say that necessarily as a good thing. When people, they need people to work, and there's too many people out there who just aren't working, and we have a big problem right now. And that's the one thing I don't think people understand is when the businesses aren't able to be fully staffed and they're not able to operate at capacity, then it impacts them, it impacts the economy, and it's going to have a trickle down for everybody. And that's just, it's unfortunately, until things get worked out, on the federal level or the state level, we're going to have businesses that are going to continue to look for employees, and it's as bad as I've seen in a long time. Like I said, when you're seeing bonuses that high for jobs like that, and I'm not putting those jobs down, but those were, it's amazing that there are more people not jumping at that kind of opportunity. Yeah. So that is something that we're working on, and we're trying to help businesses any way that we can. Some of that's through advocacy. Some of it's just trying to find, connections for those businesses to find the right employees or find any employees at this point in time. Yeah. The good old days of 2019 seem a really, really long time ago. But you're right. When you are not able to fully staff, then you are not able to offer fully the services that you want to as a business offer. And it trickles, in this case, up because there's just no chance for a business to really get firmly back on its feet if you can't get people to work. Yeah, and we're seeing that all. It's different than it was at this time last year. Businesses are able to open, and they want to be able to operate at a higher capacity level, but it's just they do not have the staffing. So when you see businesses that are closed on certain days of the week that hadn't been closed before, I mean, that's why. They just can't find employees. And it's something it's got to change. It's got to change soon, because it's one thing to be out of the pandemic and being able to open now. Mm-hmm. It's another thing of, if you're physically not able to open because you don't have the right people to staff it. And, that's an issue right now, not just here, it's everywhere. And this isn't unique to Indiana by any stretch. It's across the country. And it's bad if you just read any of the news reports. So like I said, what businesses are offering, it's amazing. And I don't see that going away anytime soon. I'm just hoping that, we start seeing people coming back to work here in a very quick time frame, because we definitely need it to help the businesses out.
Chamber has been advocating for a number of different causes. You've been helping people facilitate the assistance. I know that you join me in urging everybody to get out for the spring primary vote tomorrow. There are constitutional amendments that have to do with business and the way we do it here in Pennsylvania.
Yes. I'd get out and vote. I would... rather than me try to push one side or the other on you, I would do my best to read all the details on especially the 4 questions that are going to be out there tomorrow in the primary. Get out and vote, but please go and do your research a little bit on that. Don't just listen to a post that you see on social media, because the wording of the questions is a little bit misleading in some ways. So please do your research. Look at those. Those are very important questions. Really? I'll put it like that. And you see a lot of information that is being put out there. Do your research and make sure you're understanding what those questions exactly are saying, because that has a big impact. Hopefully we don't need to look at those down the road and have to worry about emergency declarations or anything else in the near future. But just in case, I think we need to make sure that we're prepared to vote the right way.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else we need to pass along to folks? You good?
No, just a reminder, the lunch mob's on the 27th of this month. Please schedule that at Romeo's. Come call our office if you'd like to be a part of that from 12 to 1. And Business Hall of Fame, get your tickets now. And
I know that you join me in telling folks about the vaccine clinics that are being held around Indiana County. In fact, today they're going to Chevy Chase Community Center, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. They get away from the KCAC and move it out a little bit.
Yeah, we've been trying to push that information out there as best we can as well, and almost all those places now you don't need appointments. In fact, that's how I got mine. I was able to walk in at the KCAC a couple of weeks ago. So it's process is very easy. So find one that's open and make it worth your time. I do think they're trying to work some evening hours with a couple of these places too, because I think that'll make that easier for people. So keep your eyes open, and it's an easy process.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mark.
Yep, thanks.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160 and AM 1160 and